So for our Civil War show, we followed the antebellum trail and we spent a lot of time in Georgia, and almost everywhere I went, I had delicious bowls of Brunswick stew. It's served all throughout the South, most often as a side dish to other barbecue. Now, this is a big stick to your ribs, delicious recipe that these days I like to just put out for dinner on a night when I have a lot of leftover barbecue. Just trim the meat off, add some sausage, and you can make Brunswick stew anytime like a genius. A few tablespoons of butter, and to that butter, I'm gonna add a bouquet garni of thyme, rosemary, bay, and sage, some chopped onions, and I'm gonna add some chopped garlic. So I really wanna just lightly cook these, sweat them until the onions and garlic are shiny before I go ahead and add the rest of my ingredients. Season those onions with a little bit of salt so they give off a little bit of their liquid. I don't want to go too heavy because we're adding a lot of ingredients that already have a lot of salt and flavor in them. Crushed chili. These are crushed dried Aleppo chilies from Italy. I love the flavor of them. Now, once I've added my dry ingredients, I have to kind of go ahead and add the rest of my liquid ingredients. Pretty alligator snappy. My favorite, Worcestershire sauce. Let that start to cook. My stock. My tomatoes, and I'm gonna let that come to a boil before I add my barbecue sauces and meat. I'm using some of my homemade barbecue sauce, some beautiful Carolina Gold mustard barbecue sauce. This one I actually got on one of my road trips through the South to shoot the series from Buxton Hall. It's fantastic. And now I'm gonna add our meat. Now this is some smoked pork and beef sausage. Here's some pulled pork barbecue. And here's some beautiful smoked brisket. Those are the three traditional meats, but anything that you would like to put in there will work. One of them should be sausage because it lends such a distinctive flavor to this dish. And then after that's come back to the heat and we start to see it boiling again, I'm gonna throw in my corn and our butter beans. This will feed 6, 7 people. Now you can let this simmer slowly on a stovetop for a couple of hours, topping off with a little stock or water as needed. So after a couple of hours, your stew looks like stew. I'm just gonna take my bouquet garni, place that in the sink, season this with a little bit of the vinegar, a little bit of crystal hot sauce, give that a nice stir. Your instinct is gonna tell you to have seconds. Wait 10 minutes, and then trust your instincts. A couple of saltines on the side, and there you have it. This is Brunswick stew.